Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. The chances of this being a completely unhinged video are very high. I woke up with a little pep in my step. That's the only explanation I have. But I received something in the mail, and I'll be honest, this is a makeup item that I was personally not interested in purchasing, okay? I figured maybe if I saw it in the store, I might peek at it, but I was definitely not like running to purchase it the second it was released. But once I received it, I put something on my Instagram stories and I said, are you guys interested in learning more about this? Like, do you want to see a full YouTube review? Do you want to just maybe see an Instagram picture? Are you not interested at all? And I have to admit, I was pretty damn shocked at how many people wanted a full YouTube review of this, but I'm here for the people. So today we are going to be talking about the brand new Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania palette. That feels so cheesy. When I first saw this teased, I looked at it and I was like, the color story just doesn't appeal to me, okay? I'll be honest, the color story doesn't appeal to me, but you know, I mean, it looks pretty enough. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's a nice Urban Decay palette. Let me tell you that I am already entering this review surprised, and I'm gonna tell you why. First though, let's talk about this actual palette itself. So this is typical Urban Decay Naked packaging, similar to like the Urban Decay Naked Heat, where it is hard plastic. It's a little bit thick, but I think they make a good use of the space inside because we do have 12 shadows and they still include the double-ended brush. When I got my very first Urban Decay Naked palette, it came with a double-ended eyeliner, brown and black. Does anyone remember that? Now they come with brushes, and to be honest, the brushes are always really good quality. They are vegan brushes, they are completely synthetic, and they're really good quality. But as I mentioned, we do have 12 shades in here, including a new formula for Urban Decay, which they call the Wet Effect Metallic. So we have 4 different finishes, and forgive me, I am going to read a bit from my notes. We have Wet Effect Metallic, we have Sparkly Shimmers, we have Creamy Satin, and we have Matte. Now, within matte, though, there are 3 different kinds of matte. There's regular matte, there's soft matte, and there's sparkly matte. So there's like a million different formulas within this one palette. But again, when I first looked at this color story, and I'm going to show you up close what it looks like here, I was not really interested, okay? I feel like it was kind of unhinged. We've got a lot of these like warm browns, and then I feel like with the metallics, they were like, okay, what kind of color looks good metallic? Gold. We love a gold metallic. Throw that in there. What goes with gold? Okay, silver. Makes sense, right? And purple. What? And then brown sparkly. Yeah, brown sparkle. What? Are you okay, Urban Decay? But then I did the swatches, and y'all, I have to say, I don't use the phrase shook often, but I was/am shook. The swatches came out so incredibly creamy and opaque and metallic and stunning. I can't stress to you enough how much I was surprised by the performance of these swatches. Now, of course, I always say this, that swatches on your arm do not equal how it's going to look on your eyes. But I feel like the last few Urban Decay releases that I've tried have been underwhelming, not just in the color story, they've been underwhelming to me in performance. This is the first time that I have felt an Urban Decay palette in years where I was blown away by the performance. Every single shade performed beautifully. There was not a single dud in the whole palette. There was one shade where I had to go over it one more time than the others, and that is Headbang, which is that pinky brown sparkle. But honestly, once I went over it a second time, it was perfect. And when I'm doing makeup on my eyes, I usually don't go once over my eyes and call it a day. I usually go over several times and I pack and I blend. So I'm not upset if I have to go over something again. And what I also found interesting is on the Urban Decay website, they say that this product has minimal fallout. I don't know if I've been living under a rock, okay? There's a possibility, but I have never personally seen that touted as a selling point for a palette. I feel like companies don't usually say that. And it surprised me when I saw that because I was like, well, now you've got a lot to live up to. Y'all, there was no fallout on my arm, and what's even more important, there was no fallout on the palette, so like it didn't get all gross. I feel like you can barely even tell that it's used, and I didn't wipe this off. You can see it a little bit on trash right here, but look, like what's nice about this kind of hard, shiny plastic is I can just wipe it right off. But so far, I am going into this pretty impressed. What's also nice about this palette, it's completely vegan, which always surprises me when you have anything with even slight red tones like this purple, or these browns that also have kind of red tones. That's difficult to do in a vegan formula. And so far, I'm beyond impressed. The mattes especially, and the satins went on so creamy, like it almost felt like a cream shadow. Just freaking beautiful. So I want to do 2 looks today, okay? I want to do 2 looks, and one of them, like, guys, when I tell you it's a little unhinged. So in the first one, I want to use several sparkles. I want to use several different of the creamy mattes. I want to use some of that heavy color, which is the sparkly matte color, or the matte sparkle matte. And on the other eye, my husband is he's like a troll, like nonstop. He trolls me 24/7, okay? And when I showed him this palette, he was like, oh yeah, that Metal Mania font, that looks like the Kiss font, so you should do a Kiss look. Guys, guess what we're doing on the other eye? He asks me to do a Kiss look, jokingly, like every single time I do makeup, and I'm always like, dude, shut up. Yeah, this time, guess what? It's happening, okay? So here is a picture of Kiss. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with them, but some of you might not be. So the makeup that I am always drawn to is that of the Starchild, is that of Paul Stanley. He just has the 1 star over 1 eye. Now, I'm not doing the white face paint. I am keeping my regular makeup, but as you might notice, Paul Stanley's star is completely black. Now, I want to use one of these Wet Effect metallics to like an extreme, okay? And that is Spike Stud, which is this beautiful metallic silver. Lucky for me, Space Ace Freely, uses silver sparkly makeup in his look. So I'm gonna combine the 2 on the other eye. I'm going to do a star that is completely silver. This could go so wrong or so right. You know what's funny, you guys? I really don't even do caffeine. I haven't had any caffeine today. I had decaf coffee. Decaf. You can only imagine what it's like when I have my bubble tea and I'm on actual caffeine. Now, I don't think I mentioned this, but I did get this via Influencer, and that is something that anyone can apply for, not just influencers, and they send you product in exchange for a review. Now, they did not ask for a YouTube review, and no matter what, my opinions are going to be completely honest. If this is crap on the eyes, I'm going to tell you it's crap on the eyes. I have not used it yet. But I did want to mention that I did receive this gifted to me so I could post a review on the Influencer website. But they also did send me the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and the one that they sent is a much newer bottle, but this is one that I already had, so I just want to use this first. Now, this is kind of like a cult favorite product, and I go back and forth on how I feel about it. I haven't been using this lately, but it's, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I have my light on my mirror on because it's very dark outside today, and normally that doesn't affect my lighting, but today it is. But yeah, I go kind of back and forth on this because I think I prefer something that cancels out my redness more, and this does not do that, but it never claims to do that. It just claims to, you know, help your makeup to stick. So we are going to dip into this palette. I'm actually really excited, and I hope it doesn't let me down. So first things first, I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. This is my Singe EO3, and I'm dipping into Sound Tower. Now, forgive me, I have to keep looking at notes. Sound Tower is considered to be one of their mattes. I'm not sure if this is the soft matte or not. There was quite a bit of fallout when I tapped the brush, but it's not on my face, so I'm going to start by gently tapping this. I want this to be the crease color. This is pretty. Okay, so there is a lot in the pan though. There is a lot of fallout, but that I don't care as much about as if there's fallout on the face. Wow, this is like, I have to say, this is quite pigmented, which is making me really happy. So I'm being very gentle with this, by the way. This is going on very easily. Like, I've barely tapped into the pan and I'm holding the brush all the way down here and just fluffing this out, and it's like blending itself out. Guys, when I tell you, like, I have to admit, like, a lot of Urban Decay palettes, just the quality is decent. It's always decent, but it's never like mind-blowing. So far, I'm really impressed. Like, this is almost performing like Natasha Denona. I'll say that. I do want to blend that out a little bit. So I'm taking Double Kick, and Double Kick is considered to be a creamy satin. This has, I don't want to say a shimmer to it, but it definitely has a little bit of sheen. So I'm using that, oh, too much of it, as a brow bone highlight, and also just to buff this out a little bit. This is one of those colors that's going to be really underrated, but it looks really nice. It's pretty much exactly my skin tone, but it just adds a nice little sheen there, and it helps to blend out. Okay, I like that actually. All right, next I'm going with my Singe EO2, and I'm going into Studio, and Studio is also just straight matte. There is a lot of kick up in the pan and off the brush, but again, I don't see anything on my face just yet, I don't think. No? So this is going to go in the crease, and I'm picking up only little bits at a time. I'm not starting off too strong. These colors are very pigmented. I feel like I'm used to their colors being much more muted lately. Like, you know, Urban Decay back in the day was known for their pigmented colors, but so far so good. I'm going to keep going back and forth and just blending with the other colors as well. Ooh, I like this so far. Okay, so I'm going to do a super smoky eye on this eye. I'm going to go in with Road Crew, which is very deep and very dark. It's a brown that is almost a black, and Road Crew is also just matte. And I'm going to pat that on the inner and outer corner. You can see it almost looks like black, but it's just a very, very deep dark brown. This is going to be one of those looks that starts bad and gets better, I promise. Oof. So far, though, like, they're blending really, really well together. Like, seamless. And that's the deepest color, and there's zero fallout. There's actually, you know, I don't know if I touched my brush down here or that's fallout. It's a little bit of darkness right there, but it's not too bad. So I feel like for the sparkle, even though I don't know if it would go with a brown eye, I feel like I have to go with Power Chords, which is this purple metallic. Like, these look wet, and this is not even the wet effect metallic. This is the sparkly shimmer, but like, look at that. These feel so nice and creamy. I don't even know, can you see how sparkly that is online, like on camera? It's so pretty. I think what I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna take my same brush that I used for Road Crew, and I'm gonna dip into Heavy. So Heavy is that sparkle matte, but it's black. I'm tapping off a lot of the excess because I wanna like really deepen this outer corner. I will probably wind up layering on some more of that purple, but like, do it on the inner corner too. There we go. I think that works better with black. Like, I'm fine with the brown being up here, but I think this looks better with black. Ooh. So I do have fallout. I will say I do have, it's minimal fallout, which is what they promised. Actually, it's pretty much gone from me just doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a very, very little bit of that black too, and I'm gonna run this under my eyes. And you know what, I hope this doesn't mess it up. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of Scene. So Scene is one of the sparkly matte, or sparkly shimmers, excuse me, and it's a silver, but it's kind of more dull of a silver. I can't really explain it. It's not as metallic as Spike Stud, which is very, very, very silver. So like, I'm getting rid of like all excess, and I wanna put that right there on the center of the lid just to bring in a tiny bit more light. Ooh. There, that's really cool, layered over top. Ooh, oh, I like that. Oh, that looks cool. Wow, okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the purple. I'm just gonna kind of, this is how I do my makeup. I don't know if y'all are the same, where I just kind of go back and forth a million times until it gets to be exactly where I want it. I do like this black a lot though, because it's like, not sheer. You can definitely make it into like a very opaque black, but you can sheer it out, which I feel like is hard with blacks. I feel like it's all or nothing. This one is doing nicely. Okay, so far so good. So I used a bunch of the colors. Actually, I want to blend out with a little bit more of Double Kick because I really am liking that color. I'm going to blend all the way on the edges. I'm going to be doing some eyeliner and whatnot on this eye, but I'm going to be doing that on the other eye too. I think it's time to do this other eye. So I cut out a star, and what I'm gonna do, God, this is probably gonna go so wrong, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna just put it here, and I'm gonna try to trace the outline of the shape, and we'll fill it in, but I want the majority of the star to cover the lid. So I think maybe that placement, this might look so dumb. All right, so I have my Urban Decay pencil in 0. I'm gonna try to just hold this here, and I'm kind of like loosely gonna trace it, and forgive me if I don't talk while I'm doing it, and I hope I can sharpen up the line later. So I'm gonna get real close up on my mirror. Okay, you ready? It's gonna be messy, and I'm aware of that, but yep, see, there we go. Okay, if I can get the general shape down, that's good. Also, I was pressing on my eyelid, so now I completely can't see out of this eye. Whew, but I do have the general shape. That's really cool. Of course, this is what I look like when the HVAC guy came to fix our air conditioning. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop off camera and I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna put some liquid liner in this shape just to make it a little more sharp, and I'll be back. Okay, the HVAC guy is still here, but we're doing this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply NYX glitter glue all within the star, and then I'm going to pack spike stud on top, which again is that bright, bright, bright silver. I'm really hoping this is like super metallic. This took me so long to do. I'm probably gonna do this in parts because the glue does, dry, and I don't want it to dry out before I have the chance to put stuff on it. So we're gonna start with the lid. This is so metallic. Okay, there we go. So if you put this on with a brush, it does not necessarily get as metallic as it could be. Can you tell how metallic it is with my finger though? Oh my God. I could just leave it like that. It would be cool, but we're not doing that. Do I put it over my eyebrow? Sure. I am just picturing this guy going back to his office and being like, there was this girl in a Kiss shirt doing Kiss makeup. Like thinking that this is my day job. God, I wish. Yes, oh my God, I have found my final form. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump off camera real quick. I wanna touch up some of the black on this. I wanna put some black liner on this, do mascara, a lip, and we'll be right back. This is great. I'm not gonna lie, I feel badass. Okay, wait. Okay, we're here to talk about the palette, right? We're here to talk about this palette. Guys, this could be the palette to make me fall in love with Urban Decay again, which is crazy because I am genuinely shocked out of my freaking gourd right now because I did not want this palette. I didn't want it, and it is so good. The quality is beautiful. Okay, wait, look, let's take away this star for a minute. Just this look, it is such a smoky, cool look, and the colors all perform beautifully. All those mattes, they are so pigmented and smooth, and they blend with each other perfectly. And when they say wet effect metallic, when they say wet effect metallic, look at this. This is amazing. The quality is like beyond what I feel like they've ever had. And as of right now, I think, I have a big love for the OG Naked palette, but I think a lot of you know I love the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. This is topping that right now, and I'm shocked. I'm saying that. I will use the hell out of this. Every single color. This is like, I'm blowing myself away with this. You guys, I said it, I keep saying it. I didn't want this palette, and now I'm so freaking happy I have it in my collection. I just also realized there are stars on the cover, and y'all, this is available now. It is $59. This is vegan. This is cruelty free. I really, really love this. I really love it, and I feel so cool. I don't want to take it off, but I have a virtual therapy appointment in like an hour. Should I just like come on camera wearing this and leave her thinking I'm really unhinged? But it looks so... I'm so cool. I would want to be friends with me. You want to be friends? But that's it. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you are interested in? Is it something you might be interested in now? Because like, again, I'm blown away by all of it. So let me know your thoughts down below. I'm very curious, but that's it. If you like this video, if you like how unhinged it was, please give it a thumbs up. I would love that. That always helps out my channel. You all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking Kiss rock stars. And I love you with my whole heart. I love this so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Yes.